Good evening, everyone. I just went for a walk and ran into my buddy Kale. And it reminded me of something that I had almost forgotten. It reminded me that while I was in the hospital, after the collision, and I was not allowed to move. I was not allowed to, I sure wasn't allowed to get up out of the bed, but I was not allowed to move. Every one of my movements, somebody had to come in and move me until the surgery. And so they were not going to operate over the weekend. And so I remember when they had come in and asked me about if anything were to happen during the surgery, what would I want and who would I want to pull the plug if necessary, and if I wanted them to keep me alive, knowing that it's not up to them, and it really isn't even up to me, though it is my life. I pick it up or I lay it down. My time is not up to me. And so I laid there and I thought about it, and it was the night before the operation, and the nurses that had been taking care of me and the nurses' assistants that had been taking care of me were, there were just no strangers there. They all did a very good job and were extremely talkative and let me know their names and comforted me. They were very comforting. But in the middle of this one moment of me asking, why me? Why now? And that is not a question I ask myself very often. I'm going to come to tears here during this thing, and so I want to go ahead and apologize now for getting misty about it. But this one moment, and as most of you know, I've been shot at, I've been stabbed, I've been snake bit, I've been hung, I've been car wrecked, I've been, I've been heart wrecked, I've been beaten pretty good. Many things have occurred to me and have happened to me. In very few moments did I ever get to that place of ever asking, why me? I always figured I had a purpose and an obligation. But this one moment, this one moment of me laying there, what seemed like lifeless. A strange nurse's assistant came in, and I couldn't even tell if she was a pretty girl or not. I just know her voice was, and the lights were dim, and it was late, of course. Operation was the very next day, and she asked if I was doing okay, and I said, I don't know right now because I'm in the middle of asking God why. And she said to me, that's not like you. That's not like you. As if she had known me all my life. And I said, well, what makes you say that? And she said, because you don't know who it was that would have done that would have hit that calf. And it would have completely wrecked their life. You don't know what mother and children could have been coming down that highway at 10:30 at night. You don't know what fella that could have been trying to go home to his family that hadn't seen his family in a while, that it could have happened to. And at the very best, been laying in this same position that you're laying in. How it would have wrecked their family. You have no idea what person you stepped in their place. How could I not remember all the moments that I said, I turned my will in my life over the care of you, Father, to do with as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties so that victory over those things may show others of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. And I tell you this, if it be his will, I will always step in that place. Amen. Thanks for listening. And thank you. Thank you for participating in my recovery. By the way, I never saw that nurse's aide again. Never knew her name. Never heard her voice again. Ain't that like God? Ain't that like God?